So Comica just released their new Boom Max wireless audio kit, which has one pretty unique feature that I haven't seen in a wireless audio system before, but I'll get to that in a moment. Comica is sponsoring this video, and so all the audio that you're going to be hearing has been recorded with this Boom Max system, and I'll have whether it was recorded internally on the transmitters or internally on the camera on the bottom of the screen. So I've been using Comica microphones to create my videos since about 2017. So it's a pretty full circle moment for me to be introducing one of their coolest new wireless mics on this channel. Wireless microphone reviews like these can get a little boring. So instead of just doing a bunch of random tests, I wanted to actually go out and create something with these.
So I got started in bricklaying when I was a teenager, and I was drawn to it because of its affordability. So I was really interested in making bricks myself and just digging up dirt from the backyard, making the bricks with fire, and then mixing my own mortar. And so the lack of moving parts, the fact that it was pretty easy to get into and you didn't need very many tools, I thought was really cool.
I decided to go film some bricklaying with my little brother as a way to test out this Boom Max system. For the short little interview section, I boomed one transmitter above him just out of frame, similar to how I would do it with a shotgun microphone. For natural sound, I clipped the mic holder with one of the transmitters onto the shock mount of my camera rig. For other audio, I used one of the included magnets and clipped a transmitter onto his jacket. And this is typically how you would see people use a wireless mic system like this.
So it's worth mentioning that the reason this brickwork all looks sloppy right now is because I'm using an older method of bricklaying called the pick and dip method, where I just slap the mortar down, throw the brick on there. I don't try to make the brick look any particular way. I don't come back and joint all the joints with new mortar and stuff. I just get the wall up as quick as I can. All of this ugliness can all be covered up by plaster much faster than if I were to try to lay these bricks in a way that made them look nice. So it's the method that I prefer. It's one of many methods.
So let's talk about the one unique feature that I really wanted to hit on with this Boom Max system. The transmitters on the Boom Max can actually be set to have two different types of pickup patterns. So using the touchscreen on the receiver, you can actually pick what type of pickup pattern you want your transmitters to have. You can go from a very wide pickup pattern to a more tight cardioid pickup pattern, which is great because if you're filming something where you want to get a lot of the ambience of the scene, you can choose the wider pickup pattern. But then if you're filming things like dialogue like I am now, you can switch it to a cardioid pickup pattern, so that it's going to be a little bit more focused and reject a lot of the off-axis sounds, which is pretty cool. But there's a couple other really cool things about this Boom Max system that I want to talk about. So something else that's pretty cool is that these little transmitters have 32 gigs of onboard storage, which is going to result in about 40 hours of audio capture. These transmitters are also going to be able to record in 32-bit float, which if you're not familiar, 32-bit float is kind of like raw audio. Makes it really hard to clip your audio, and if the audio is a little bit too low, you can raise up those levels without introducing a whole bunch of noise. The receiver also has a really intuitive touchscreen, which I love. Setting things up on the receiver is super, super easy. Comica also has an app that you can use to monitor your audio, as well as switch a few settings. So with this kit, you're going to get the charging case, you'll get the two transmitters and the one receiver, you'll get the fur windscreens for the transmitters, and you'll also get all the cables that you need. The only thing that you won't get are lav mics, but if you're doing professional work, you're probably going to want to invest in really good quality lav mics anyways. So something I wanted to do real quick was to show you the audio difference between having one of your transmitters set to cardioid versus omnidirectional. So right now you're hearing the cardioid pickup pattern, and this is going to be a little bit more focused on whatever you're pointing the mic towards, so it's going to like reject a little bit more of that off-axis sound. And now let's switch it over to the omnidirectional pickup pattern. Okay, so now this is the omnidirectional pickup pattern, and this is going to help get a little bit more of the ambience and just more environmental sounds. Most microphones that come in these type of wireless kits only come equipped with an omnidirectional microphone on board, but the cool thing about the Boom Max is that you can choose between omni or cardioid pickup patterns. We all know it wouldn't truly be one of my microphone reviews if I didn't add a little bit of skating. All right, let's clip it onto my hat. See a lot of people doing this. So as I said, Comica has been a brand that I've been using ever since I tried them out 8 or so years ago. In fact, I still rock my little Comica VM10 Mark II on pretty much every camera that I use just to get scratch audio. But I can definitely see the Comica Boom Max system being something that I use on a lot more professional shoots. With the 32 gigs of onboard storage, 32-bit float audio, and the dual mic capsule, so I can get really nice cardioid sound or omnidirectional sound, just makes it a really well-rounded kit that I can use on basically any video that I make. Big thanks again to Comica for sponsoring this video. If you want to know more about this Boom Max system, I'm going to have all the links you'll need in the description below. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.